guys. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to another week with Fathers Who Care. And as always, I'd like to start our show with first thanking CAN TV and staff for all the good work that Amari, Mike, Australia, all of you good people do to make sure that we're on to produce these shows each week. And I just like you guys' spirit. I think you guys are good people and you really mean well. And I want to thank our producing tonight. We got some of our sisters with us tonight from Sisters of Mothers Who Care. And they're working with us tonight. Our young people kind of on a hiatus because they just getting paid at work and got a little money in their pockets, and they just feel like some of them going to D.C., traveling, doing tours, going to see the King Monument and all this stuff. So they kick old brother to the curb and say, "We'll see you when we get back, Pops." So what can I do? So being the kind of guy I am, I think I'm halfway wise, if nothing else. I called on the women. I said, there we go, we need them women now, because when all else fails and you need some strength, you go to the source. I said, hey, sisters, come on down. And they said, okay, here we come. So all is well. Listen, you watching Fathers Who Care. And, of course, each week what we try to do, particularly for you, those who are viewing the show, is we try to bring you individuals who have been vetted, who are committed, and who are true to the call. And recently I've really been talking to some young people, weekly, because they be producing this show. And thank you, young people, the West Garfield Park Youth Council. Yeah. And most of these young folks have been talking about stardom. And we have some young folks that's part of our circle who actually sing that are models and all that good stuff. Wow. And so I promised a young sister that I was going to bring to the table some folks who are in the industry, in the music industry, know music and all that good stuff, and that he would be instrumental in giving her some real counsel and some support. Now, whatever the Lord bless her to do as far as her gift is concerned, that's on the gift and the Lord. That's right. My job is just to bring the source. Right? So I promised that I would do that. And so that's why we have, of course, we have Dave Mitchell on our far right. And then, of course, next to me is to some of those who may not know, is Jerome Phillips from the Loretta Hospital. And I'd like to just preference that Jerome has been inspiration and motivation on men's mental and behavioral health at Loretta Hospital since I've known them. Yes. And we've been doing health fairs over there about 7+ years. Wow. And every time we've been doing it, you've always been available to empower and educate us. That's why most of us who are coming to Loretta Hospital for our annual men's health event on September the 14th would be looking for this interaction and this inspiration and this knowledge that you're going to provide in relationship to health, behavioral health, men's health, heart health, all that good stuff. I can go down a list. There's going to be screening, it's going to be fitness and nutrition, it's going to be massages. All is free, by the way, free food, free admission, and we're going to be even raffling off a 50-inch TV for free and gift cards for free. I'm just telling you, it's a free event, and those of you who don't come out, shame on you, because it's free screenings, everything is free, and then we're going to have folks that's going to be there to inspire you, to enlighten you, and to educate you on health. Yeah. And how to be healthier. And I'm going to tell you, if you see the lady named Angel over there in the corner doing massages, I'm next. I'm after you. Whoever in the chair, I'm after you. So anyway, all jokes aside, but I'm after you for real. He's for real. But listen, thank you guys. You're welcome. Thank you so much for your commitment. Of course, I like to put a little humor in there. But tonight we want to be a little bit specific. And this month, we're dedicating this month specifically to men empowering men. Yeah. And iron sharpening iron, which basically means men empowering men. Yes. Enlightening men. Yes. Engaging men. Loving on each other. Yes. And making sure that we have what we need to get to where we need to get. Yes, so this show would be featured. Of course, we're going to use this show to enlighten folks, but also to dispel those negative myths about African American men not caring about each other, not caring about our families. Oh, what a lie. Because we do. And we not only care about our own, we care about others. Yes, sir. But if we don't get good publicity, if we don't get good media attention,
Yes. Yeah.
then folks will think the worst.
Yeah.
Folks think that everything in the city of Chicago got to deal with Al Capone and all them other things. They dead. Trust me, they're not
ain't
here.
coming back.
They're not here. So the men that are here now are really stepping up to the plate to make a difference for folks in the city of Chicago. We are just 3 men of many men who are trying to make a difference and to try to dispel any of those negative myths. And we believe as men that when we step up as real men, when we stand up, little boys must sit down because men and boys can't engage in the same thing on the same level. So those who don't know have to sit down and be taught. So with that being said, we want to talk to you specifically, guys, as we go into this segment about men and what we as men can do to empower each other. So I'm asking this question to the viewing audience. What can we as men do to love on each other? I'm talking seriously now. I'm not talking no games and no funny business, all right? I'm talking about love on each other, respect each other, support each other, and do what we can to encourage and empower each other. So that's what we're talking about. Why are we so disconnected? Why are we always got this anxiety or these egos about other men having this or having that when they sell everything that one man have, another can have? And by the way, you renting it anyway. It ain't yours. All right. So I'm just trying to share with folks that we get so caught up on material stuff, on trivial stuff, that we miss out on the big picture, which is empowering our community, empowering our children, making sure that we are healthy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm going to start off with this here. We got Dave on the far right,
Yes, sir.
and we have Jerome.
Yes.
So I want to ask a rather simple question just to get into the flow. And that question would be for both of you all. And that question would be, who is Dave and who is Jerome?
Okay.
And what is you all's purpose for existing?
Okay. I'll start off.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm a brother and a nephew, cousin, and and my family will tell you I'm a family-oriented person. Family needs me. I'm there for them. Friends, the same. The same is true. I think my upbringing says that humility is one of your greatest assets. You have to be respectful toward others. When I was 6 or 7 years old, my grandmother told me, treat people how you want to be treated. It's a very simple mantra, but it drives who I am today, and that is to always be respectful of others. Respect is something that you give automatically, and it shouldn't be something that you hold back from others. Because if you give it, I think it comes back to you.
It does. It's called reciprocity, right?
Yes.
What you put out there, you get back. Is that fair?
That's right.
So I'm playing with this thing over here because I wanted to make sure you guys are on Facebook Live. And so go ahead, David.
So I am a visionary. I am a connector. I look to seek understanding and to give understanding and make sure that those around me understand the best way I can with the tools that I'd be given, whether it be vision, whether it be music, whether it be business, what have you. I am a father. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and it's giving understanding. That's who I am. That's my makeup. I'm a collaborator. I connect this and that. So it's understanding. It's taking things that people may be familiar with and giving them a different perspective on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got an overview of personal perspectives of yourself,
Yes, sir.
which most folks have difficult times talking about themselves, because I heard from both of you all, and you didn't expound on half of what you are, because that just goes to show you humility, all right?
Yes.
And most of us who really believe in what we do, we don't get off on talking about ourselves.
No, I don't.
We
I
get off
don't.
on doing
I don't.
what we say we do.
That's right.
All right. So
Absolutely.
that was intentional. Why that question was put at you, just to get a feel. But now let's get more specific.
Yes.
Jerome, I'm gonna start with you. Jerome, you represent the Loretta Hospital. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what capacity do you represent?
I am the director of the behavioral health program, which includes the addictions program, which we have level 1, which is for regular outpatients addictions treatment, level 2 intensive outpatient treatment, what we call level 3.5, which is residential treatment, and then the inpatient psychiatric unit, which is 37 males, 20 females. We have the capacity to provide service for that number of people. And then we have a crisis department which screens and
All of this at Loretto.
all of this is at the Loretto Hospital.
Let's clarify that.
Wow.
Because, a lot of folks say Loretto Hospital.
The
So
Loretto
you say it,
Hospital.
the Loretto Hospital.
That's correct.
Okay, what's the difference?
The difference is when you say the, that makes you stand out.
Okay.
The Loretto by itself is Loretto Hospital. When you say the Loretto Hospital, it means something. It takes you to a different level. It gives a sense of respect, of importance, of that we want you to know who we are.
Yes.
And if I may, the Loretto Hospital is under the new leadership
Absolutely. The
of the
leadership.
George Miller,
Absolutely.
which Mr. Miller is an African American,
He is.
and you wouldn't know him if you didn't know him, and you walk right by him and didn't know that he was the president and CEO. But he has a certain spirit that I think he's bringing in, where he's trying to bring a new what to the facility.
We are a very community-oriented
That's right.
hospital now. Mr. Miller, he does a lot of community events. He's very visible in the community. He holds us to a standard of accountability. For instance, every morning we have what we call a safety huddle. And during that safety huddle, all of the team leaders are in a circle, and he makes sure that everybody's connected in the circle for the connectedness of the circle. And then there's sometimes that patients walk through, and we always say, good morning, hello. We've been recognized for various surveyors and visitors to the hospital talk about the pleasantness of the people in the hospital, and that makes a big difference.
It do make a difference.
It makes a
Yeah, it does.
huge
It do,
difference. It
particularly.
makes a difference in the morale of the hospital. It makes a difference in patients when they come in. When you say good morning, you let them know how important things are. They are to you.
And I thank you for taking us down that road, because a lot of folks from outside of town, they still think back in the day in relationship to Loretto Hospital.
Right.
But the back in the day is just like it is back in the day.
It's history.
That is so
Yeah.
much history over at that facility now,
Wow.
where it has a whole different spirit, and change takes time.
Absolutely.
And change is on its way. But I just wanted to say this for the purpose of access and the ability to come up in there and fellowship with people like you and all of the other Camille and Trish and Marnie and all these others, Janice and all of them folks up in there. I'm telling you, it has never been a challenge. It has always been a pleasure, because everyone has always been warm and friendly and have always been accessible. I mean, I have to say that about you all's new president.
Yes.
He's always accessible. And I've been around for a while. Trust me, I have. And everybody has been accessible. All right?
Absolutely.
But I don't know if it's intentional or what his intent is, but he's made it that way.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say that too. And when I returned, because this is my second tour, not tour, but my second turn with the Loretto Hospital. And what impressed me is that after an event, he made sure that after we got off the bus, coming from a fundraiser, shook everybody's hand. I'd never seen that before. He actually took the time to stand there, and as you got off the bus, being returned from thank you for helping, thank you for your help, thank you for your help. That's very impressive to me, and it showed a sense of connectedness
Yes.
and appreciation.
And I
from
believe it's
people.
genuine.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
is.
So thank you so much for that, Jerome. I didn't mean to take you down that road.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I did. yes, I did. so Dave Mitchell, we have here on our
Yes, sir.
far right, and Dave, you're with Renewed Mind Music and Media Group. Tell us what about
sir.
that. What's happening with that?
Renewed Mind Music and Media Group is an independent music and media company.
Right.
Its business model covers 4 M's: music, media, marketing, and mentorship.
Okay.
Now, within that business model, at the core of everything that we do is collaboration. It is service. Service is at the core of everything that we do, with mentorship, with the understanding, like I spoke about earlier. So with that, through music, through media, through marketing, it brings an understanding to either what you have or what something can be.
Okay.
Because we understand things both verbally and non-verbally.
Okay.
So with that, and I like what you said earlier about speaking and saying hello to the patients and the staff and things like that. That the one word that came to my mind when you said that was environment. Environment creates an arena for something to grow. And when something is fed and there's an environment for growth and for collaboration and for camaraderie, that's where the good comes out.
Okay.
Because bananas can't grow in Alaska.
Okay.
All because of environment.
Okay.
So with Renewed Mind, what we do through music and media and through collaboration is create an environment for creativity and for vision and for potential to be reached.
Thank you so much. Now, I just wanted to say this to those who are watching, because I want to open up the line right now. The number here is 312-738-1060, 312-738-1060. Now, we're also talking about our upcoming Men's Health and Wellness event that we're doing on September the 12th, a free event. If you want to be a vendor, if you want additional information, give us a call at Fathers Who Care at 773-287-5821, and we'll get you to the right people to do what you need to do. Again, 773-287-5821. Now, right back to our guest today, and I'm honored to have with us today, we have Jerome Phillips of the Loretta Hospital. He's the Director of Behavioral Health Services.
Yes.
And then we have Dave Mitchell, who's with the Renewed Mind and Music Group and Media Group. And are you a mogul or something? Is that what you are?
I am a mogul.
You a mogul?
Yeah, and let me.
So I like that watch you got on. Are you a mogul?
Yes, sir.
So are you a mogul enough to give it up? But let's do
The answer is no.
So I told you we was gonna have some fun, but I'm still watching your watch. But anyway, let's do this, guys.
Yeah.
This is a live interaction television
Sure.
show, right?
Yep.
Sure.
So what we do is we afford folks an opportunity to call in with some questions. So I want you all, viewing audience, to know if you have any health concerns, mental health, physical health, nutrition, or anything in relationship to health. We have a health professional here. And then if you got anything in relationship to the arts or to community empowerment engagements and all that good stuff, then we have, of course, Dave. Caller, you on air. Thank you so much for your comment and question. Of course, you heard the names of our guests. What can we do for you this evening?
Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Yes, how you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing our
doing
very
great.
best, man. We can't complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm an internet famous video star, and I had two quick questions here about the Fathers Who Care. Now, I'm in a relationship now, and I was wondering if I do break up with that woman and we have children, right? Will I be able to keep custody of my children or whatever like that? Yeah, and I have all the receipts and all that stuff, and I paid everything for the child. And what if she tries to file child support on me, and I'm still taking care of my my obligations? Would I still be able to, beat that or defend
Well,
that?
I'm going to say this to you, and thank you so much for the call, and I appreciate your call. And I would like to provide you with any kind of intervention and support via advocacy that I can if you would give me a call at my office at 773-287-5821 and ask for me, Walter Jones, and let them know that you heard you called the show tonight, and I asked you to give me a call at the office because what you're requesting is some intervention, some advocacy, and possibly some referrals. So what I'd like to do is provide that intervention to you, but the time is not going to give us the kind of support. But I'm going to just tell you this: stay true to your responsibility as a father. Keep the receipts. Be prepared for the long haul, because you're going to have to petition the court in order to get your rights. And if you haven't married the woman, then of course your rights are going to be limited. So you're going to have to petition the court to get joint custody and some kind of other custody. But there's other things going on that I don't know about, that you know about, that I need to know about before we can talk about. What's your other question?
Yeah, it was about the child support thing or whatever like that.
We can talk about that when you call me. We can talk about child support, father's rights, family law, visitation, custodial, non-custodial fatherhood. We can talk about all of that when you give me a call at 773-287-5821. Would you do that for me?
Yes, because she knows that I'm a famous internet star or whatever, so it's like she's gonna try to get whatever money she can out
Absolutely.
of me.
So
I'll
you got my number, right?
I'll call you.
Yeah, call me, okay?
75821. Okay, I got you.
773-287-5821. Next caller, please. Caller, you on air.
Hi, this question is for Mr. Mitchell. I was just wondering, what artists have you worked with, and what type of resources or connections do you have in place to help aspiring artists, like singers, really take their craft to the next level to get like paid gigs or tours or things of that nature?
Thank you for that question. You heard her?
I'll
She wants to know, she said, what kind of artists have you worked with, and being in the music field and a mogul, what kind of assistance and or support can you give aspiring artists who are looking to break into the music business? I think that's what I heard her say.
Yeah. First of all, appreciate your call, and appreciate the staff here for providing a way for callers to call in. I think first of all, you need to look at your motive. Every artist, for anybody doing anything, you need to look at the motive. Why do you want to do a certain thing? Why do you want to be an artist, a singer, a songwriter, and things of that nature? I've discovered my purpose and my musical why early at an early age, around 4 or 5 years old. I think to be inspired by people who you see, things of that nature, I think is a great way to start. Is to see the inspiration of an artist that you're looking at, and the feeling that it gives you of music, and things of that nature, and any type of art. I would say.
Well, it sounded like she was impressed with, obviously, you being in the field.
Yeah.
And it sounded like she may have an interest, or someone she knows may have an interest, or maybe in a circle of folks with an interest. So I think she was starting off saying that, what kind of support would you give to an artist who's trying to take it to the next level, and or are there some folks that you worked with that she may know?
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
there's some folks that's out here doing their thing.
Sure.
We had Slick come through here. You know Slick?
Yeah.
Jay Adams. We had him come through here. We had some other groups come through here, and they blowing up. All right, I mean they on fire.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks they start with their small beginnings, but then the Lord
Yeah.
blesses them. So and here we are now. We never had a mogul on here.
Yeah.
We're looking for P. Diddy and all them folks, but we got to let you send a letter to him.
And really quick, let me define this mogul. Let's talk about that.
You said it.
So I am a mogul. Here's the definition of a mogul.
Okay, because I don't know.
A mogul is if you ever wash your washing machine.
Yeah.
The thing that stands up in the middle is called an aggregator.
Okay.
Okay. A
Right,
mogul
right, I
is
got
an
that.
attractor of gifts.
Okay.
And that's what I do. I attract gifts. I attract people who, like this caller here.
Okay, obviously.
She has a right. She
Yeah.
has a desire. I attract certain gifts, and what an aggregator does, it does this. It shakes loose the dirt away from the clothing. Plus, it agitates the solution around them. So that's what a mogul is. That's
Okay.
a real definition. So
I like that.
So I wanted to
I like
define that really quick.
And thank you, because I didn't know. I when I thought about a mogul, about me not being in the field,
Sure.
or knowing nothing about the field, I started thinking about folks who I thought was in the game, on top of the game, or
Yeah.
over the game, like
Yeah.
the Jay-Z's and them kind of cats, right? But no, thank you for that. But go ahead and respond to her question, please.
So about you with wanting to get in the music industry, knowledge is key. Okay. On top of knowing why you want to be in the music field, knowledge of where do you want to go? What do you want to do with that?
So how about this? Because it sounds like you got a nice conversation for her. Is it possible that we can give your number out, and if she's interested in calling you, would you entertain the call?
Yes.
So why don't you give your number to her?
Sure. 630-631-1983.
One more time, please.
630-631-1983.
And we're not trying to stop your conversation with Dave. We just wanted to make sure that we can get all the other callers in,
Yeah.
and that we always try to bring up on our show folks who are committed and true to what they do. So these are not folks who are gonna run off and say, "No, I didn't give you my number." No, these are folks who will respond. These are the real dudes here. All right, caller, you on there? Your comment or question?
Yeah.
We're talking about health and we're talking about the arts. Your question, please. Do we get the
Good
caller?
afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. This don't have a question, but I have a comment.
But please go ahead.
This is Felicia Griffin from St. Leonard's Ministries,
Girl, I
And I
was
would
thinking
like to
about you
say-
just yesterday. Listen, somebody's going to be calling you. They're going to be calling your office because we got a men's health event coming up on the 14th. I was in a meeting with them folks yesterday at the Loretta Hospital about our men's health event on September 14th, and I gave them the number. I gave them the information to call St. Leonard House, and I was trying my best. Forgive me, Felicia. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I was trying to get your name, but I hit them back. But go ahead, Felicia.
But make sure they ask for me so we know that we will be there.
Got you. Got you. How you been?
Been doing fine, but I'd like to thank the gentleman from Loretta, because St. Leonard's used Loretta Hospital a lot for substance abuse issues and mental health.
We're happy to do so, Felicia. Thank you for acknowledging that. And in the future, if you have any issues in trying to get a person over for any of the mental health or addictions treatment, feel free to give me a call directly.
And give her your
sure
number,
will.
please.
It is 773-854-4606.
One more time.
773-854-4606.
No, I'm just showing how God worked, though, Felicia. I'm telling you, I was trying my best. I know your name, and you know I know you. But for the life of me, yesterday I was in a zone. My mind was on so much, and I was in a meeting from a meeting to another meeting. And I was like, they had pushed me my back against the wall. So, well, who is the person over at St. Leonard? And I'm trying to think of your name, and for the life of me, only thing I can say, her name began with an F. So forgive me, Felicia, all right? All right, listen, so we're at that time. So give us some closing comments, guys, because time is moving and I want to get the best out of you. So tell me, give me some closing comment that would inspire and motivate some folks out here that's watching the show. However you want to bring it, bring it.
Okay, I'll start. I think it's very important that men attend our Westside Men's Health Fair, which is going to be on September 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Loretto Hospital.
Right.
Address 645 South Central in Chicago, and our zip is 60644. Some of the items that we'll have someone talking about and showing will be heart health, prostate health, very important in the African American community, heart health as well, behavioral health. Sometimes people don't realize how connected behavioral health and your medical issues are hand in hand. Fitness and nutrition also connected to behavioral health, and we have various health screenings, PSA, blood pressure, glucose, HIV, Hep C, and to top it all off, we have several raffles and prizes that we will be giving away.
Let's be specific, a 50-inch TV and gift cards.
As Reverend Jones so eloquently put.
Yes! But you have to be there to win. So listen, it's been fun. Go ahead, Doc. Give us something.
Well, I would say to always stay true to yourself and stay true and know yourself. Learn yourself. You're in a relationship with yourself. Figure out what you see, what comes easy to you. That may be a gift. That's something you may not realize. We talked earlier about someone being discovered. Someone being discovered just didn't know what they had.
Yeah.
Take audit what you have, what gifts you have, and what comes easy to you, and maybe you can put that into a way that will help you and those around you.
So I'm gonna thank you so much, both of you good brothers. But I'm gonna preface this show by saying thank you for the show tonight. But I look forward, if you all will allow me, to bringing you out on a solo show. But I wanted to do some things a little bit different this week and for the rest of this month because we're specifically talking about men's health and other good stuff.
Yes.
And we will be featuring a huge men's health event, and I wanted to make sure all of us is on board.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give some folks some caveats and give them some nuggets of different flavor
Yeah, sure.
to let you know that
Absolutely.
we really love you. But listen, the time on the wall is saying that we got to go, and I want to thank Amaria, Gloria, Aranda, and all of those good people out there for the work that you do. Listen, we got to go. We'll see you next week. God bless you. Good night, and keep the faith. Good people, we'll see you.
In your mind.
Good night. Thank you.